Hello everyone, the Thempire Ian here with more new elestrals cards. We're reaching the release of Moonrise. I think we've probably got another week after this, potentially. The Kickstarter is about to end. So if you haven't already gotten your Kickstarter stuff, I would suggest going ahead and doing that. I did as well. I did yesterday, last night. I went ahead and grabbed the $25 tier. That's just what I can afford to do, but you might want to do more. I don't know what your financial situation's like, but if you're looking to get into elestrals, this is a really good way to do it because the prices are significantly discounted to get some of these boxes of booster packs, and I think that's pretty neat. But enough of that. We got new cards to look at.
Frostcasters and more Frost enjoyers.
I'm a more Frost enjoyer. I think more Frost is such a cool deck, actually. The build where you just play Terror instead of you don't worry about Abominable at all. You just worry about Terror is really cool. We don't need to think about that.
New card for Moonrise that'll be included in every single one of our Kickstarter.
This is a pretty cool card. We already saw it though. That's the stellar version.
Media free that has a full art and upgrade Discord server to 50.gg. Post on Twitter. Over 2,000 more people. The description below. If you guys can do
a lot of stuff here.
You guys already turned up and unlocked the 50,000 Artemis exclusive rewards as you face down the divine gods of elestrals. Our goal is to create an experience where you can re-challenge these bosses over a limited event duration, and based on your performance, rank against other casters across the globe to unlock amazing prizes.
Okay, so it's like the Duel Links raids, yeah? That's kind of the idea.
I'll be sure to share more information about our divine raid challenges down the road. But get excited because they're going to be a ton of fun, and we'll work directly with you.
I like the Duel Links raid challenges.
As we look towards our $500,000 stretch goal,
it'd be better if it wasn't in Duel Links. So this is pretty good.
First up, Stellar Full Art Eddie will be
oh man, look at that! The cum beast.
That's right. You'll be able to get a Stellar Full Art Eddie by backing the $25 tier or above.
Why'd they make him white, dog?
The more packs you get, so make sure you guys lock in those packs so you can get your playset of Eddie or have a handful of Full Art Eddies to share around with your friends. This is a card.
Okay.
And I'm amazing. We've got none other than draft mode. That's right.
Draft mode.
Draft format mode will be coming to a
Oh, that'd be really nice.
If we can hit that $500,000 unlock.
Oh, we hit that today. We hit that today.
Everybody wants that. $550,000
okay.
unlock goal will be
I'm really happy about that.
Eddie buddy for every single backer.
Hopefully we'll hit that too.
Eddie. You guys love them. I love them.
Look at that little freak.
$550,000 gets you a stellar Eddie buddy, and
look at that little freak.
Playing field. A devastating shipwreck that'll have your opponents pinned between a rock and a hard place.
That's cool.
Our
I like that.
$600,000 unlock is creators.
Okay, keep going. I want to see new cards, please.
To do that with Frost counter rune that's for now, and Frostix is going to show us Aurora Borealis, which is a super cool
Borealis
counter rune that says you can discard a card.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, at this time of day, localized entirely within elestrals. May I see it? All right, discard a card in order to chant up to one frost, or from your underworld to your field, and return up to one frost from your underworld to your spirit deck. This seems good. I like this. More discarding cards is actually really good because there's a lot of decks out there that want to put a big guy in the grave and then reborn it with Rise from the Ashes. This helps that. Having another discard card helps with that.
Your underworld to your field and return up to one frost from your underworld to your spirit
and it
deck.
heals.
What this does is a few things that are
it enchants from the underworld and then heals as well.
To the underworld, that can be really useful in Frost, considering how many cards like to be in the underworld, especially when factoring in cards like More Frost Bat Form, which really appreciate being discarded from your hand, and allows you to enchant something on your field with a Frost Spirit on your underworld, so essentially a free enchant.
Maybe Bat will actually see play.
As well. So ultimately, this card becomes a free card to cast from a Spirit perspective. It's really just the cost of discarding the card that you have to work around But again, it can be paired very, very effectively with cards like Morfrost Bat Form to do some really cool stuff, especially on your opponent's turn, as this is a counter rune. I also want to highlight some really cool synergy with cards like Catarant, which heal once they receive Frost Spirits. And there's some other cards that are going to be coming in the future that will take advantage of Aurora Borealis. I can't wait to see what cool ideas and strategies you guys cook up with this awesome new counter rune. I don't know about y'all, but I love me some Morfrost. And we've got a brand new Morfrost form coming to Moonrise, and that is Morfrost Scorpio form. Just in time for Shattered Stars, too. Morfrost Scorpio
it's almost like you planned it.
One-cost Frost Celestial with 2 attack and 2 defense with a dastardly effect. When you cast this Morfrost, you can discard a Morfrost in order to target an opponent's Celestial and set its base defense to 0 until the end phase. During this turn's end phase, you can expend 2 Frost Spirits in order to destroy that Elestral. This basically functions similarly to Poison Tipped Arrow as a delayed destruction.
That's not bad for the Morfrost deck. It's not exactly what they need, I don't think, but it helps them get over defense position, guys, because if I remember correctly, Terror only removes attack stat, but you know what also does that? Eddie.
With Morfrost Lycan, you could easily grab Scorpio form and Bat form and be able to execute this combo perfectly, especially if your Underworld is already filled up from your Morfrost Indus.
And it requires you to discard a Morfrost, which means you have less negation in the for Terror's effect.
I was a Morfrost enjoyer myself, and Morfrost Scorpio form is indeed coming as a stellar in Moonrise as well. Amalri absolutely crushed it with this
Every
one,
Morfrost is going to have a stellar.
That green and orange shine so bright on this beautiful new stellar that you guys can chase after in Moonrise.
He's got a snowflake on his tongue. That's fun.
So if you're like me and you want to bling out your Morfrost deck, this is a card you don't want to miss out on. Don't you forget to back our Kickstarter for a
Okie dokie. Next up.
We've got one of our most epic reveals today.
This is quieter.
32 days until Moonrise.
Whatever. This is just what happens, apparently.
Shatters a brand new attack with form of Corvishine, and that is Corvus Skull.
Corvus Skull. That's such a cool name. Look at this card. I really like this one. I love the art on this guy.
An incredible effect, man. This
Receives 1 or more lunar. You foretell 3. Ooh, foretell in lunar?
Ooh. And exchange a foretold card with a card in your Underworld. The new card becomes foretold.
That's really interesting.
That you get to look at the top 3 cards of your deck.
This card is really good for soul stocks.
3 cards are solid, but then I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to put it in the Underworld, and I'm going to grab a card from my Underworld and I'm going to put it with the group of the 3 foretelled cards, and then I'm going to reorder them in any way I want back onto the top of my deck. Absolutely bonkers. This provides
it's any card too, so you could use it to recycle Ambrosia.
And it can pair incredibly well with cards in your Underworld, especially
wow. Corvus Skull could be quite strong.
I think Corvus Skull is going to actually bring that mechanic to another level by being able to stack the top of your deck with cards you've already used. Look out for Corvus Skull. This card's going to be crazy.
It's like it's Lunar's Ash Rabbit in a way.
Form of Tectorus and Arcturus, and that is Cryptorus. Cryptorus have been long revered by casters for their ability to prophesize the future with the stone carving on their back. And this guy comes in with 2 attack and 4 defense and 1 cost lunar. This Cryptorus gets +2 attack for each time you foretold this turn. So if you pair this with an Apollo, it immediately becomes a 4 attacker.
Yeah, that seems pretty bad, Dan.
It becomes a 6 attacker. So you get
seems pretty bad.
The more foretelling you do. You can expend a lunar spirit in order to foretell 3 and have any number of lunar elestrals that cost at least 2 spirits foretold this way. I revealed
That's interesting.
A while back. We revealed a handful of 2 and 3 cost lunar elestrals, and Cryptorus will allow you to find them just a little bit easier while also being a decent attacker with its effect, putting it at a 4/4. So you're going to foretell those 3 cards. If you find a Pulveror, or if you find a Phasmacore, or maybe you find a Posthumous, you can simply add
the possum, ectopossum or whatever.
Looks to be absolutely incredible for the foretell mechanic and for lunar elestrals when Moonrise drops. I really felt like I cooked in Moonrise. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really proud of a lot of these effects, and the next 2 elestrals that I'm gonna showcase are 2 of my favorite effects that I've ever written. Up first, Windjin. Windjin is a 3 attacker with 1 defense, a 1 cost wind elestral, another wind receiver.
Wind? Solar. So I assume his ascension is solar.
Windjin receives 1 or more wind spirit, you can name a card, then foretell 3. If 1 or more cards with that name are foretold this way, you may add 1 to your hand and special ascend this Windjin to Tornajin from your hand or deck. This does titled cards, so if you were to somehow run this in a lunar phase deck, and
that's actually true.
Well, chances are you're going to land a lunar phase, and you're going to be able to special ascend Windjin into Tornajin, which could put on some serious pressure right away.
Yeah, I don't know about running these guys
get introduced with more title variants and so on and so forth to be able to predict
in
accurately
Lunar
what's on the top of
Phase.
your deck. But you could also pair this with something like a First Light to stack the top of your deck to ensure
I don't know.
that
It's not
nails
awful.
down that prediction. But you basically cast your Wind Djinn, it receives a Wind Spirit, and you say, I think.
But I think in a deck that does a lot of
very
foretelling, this card
foretell
is
three.
really strong.
Bam, if you get it right, you get to
I
ascend,
think that's
and
more of a
Tornadin
place to
is
use
no
this. Like,
joke.
if we're talking like
Tornadin is
solar
revealed as a 2-cost Elestral with 8 attack and 2
Nexus,
defense.
we're talking like
It is
solar
a wind
Nexus,
and solar Elestral with a super
Soul
cool
Stocks
effect. You can
Turbo, stuff
spend
like
a
that.
wind or a solar spirit.
This seems
Either
quite
or,
strong
you
because you
search
can
your
get
deck
some
for
of those
3
cards that
with
are
different names.
clogging
Grab
up the top of your
any
deck
3 cards in your deck
out
as
of the
long as they're
way,
different names.
and then also go into
Sneeze,
Tornadin.
Ambrosia, and I don't know, Earthquake. Add 1 at random to your hand and shuffle the rest back into your deck. I love it, man. You got 3 wishes. We'll see which one the genie's gonna grant.
And that's
I think this
really
card is
strong,
gonna be
too.
Super fun, and it's gonna be really easy to get out if your guessing game is pretty solid. Watch out for Tornadin. I think this could be a really cool card. Now, I've given you support for this strategy
Yeah.
with cards like
No, I
First
think
Light,
that could be
I've got
quite
some more
good in
support
any
for you as
foretell
well.
deck.
Helios is back, but this time he's not on his chariot ride. He has taken a nice slumber. Helios' Slumber, a brand new counter rune added to Elestrals. This is a 1-cost solar counter rune that says target an Elestral in your underworld and put it to the top of your deck. Oh, baby. Not only are you going to be able to search your deck with First Light,
Again, good with Soul
now
Stocks.
you can stack the top of your deck with the Helios' Slumber with cards you've already utilized from your underworld.
Good at
Absolutely, guys, and it allows
recycling
you to target
Ambrosia.
any Elestral, not just a solar Elestral, any Elestral
Oh,
in your
Elestral.
underworld
Sorry,
can be
no,
put
not
right
not
back to the top
Ambrosia.
of your deck. I
Good at
really
recycling
hope
Corvus
this
Skull,
card
which is good at
has
recycling
a
Ambrosia.
tremendous amount of potential in Elestrals, and Helios' Slumber, he's taking a nap, but your opponent
Good
must
with,
be. You
our
absolutely
Djinns we
destroyed
just
them.
saw as
This is the
well.
same card that just destroyed them a previous turn. Look out for Helios' Slumber. And as if today's reveals were not epic enough, I'm gonna give you guys a brand new Stellar coming to Moonrise, and that is none other than Stellar Cryptoris. This has got to be one of my favorite Stellar arts we've ever done.
Ooh, that looks
I
quite
think it's
nice.
Absolutely incredible. Daniel Mosby knocked this one out of the park, and as you can see, this Cryptoris has found a different prophecy as Volclipse is a coming, no doubt about it. Get excited for Stellar Cryptoris.
That's really cool.
and
I
all
like
the awesome
that.
cards we revealed today when Moonrise pre-orders open on November 15th. This is your last shout out for Shattered Stars. Don't miss out on Celebration and of course Scorpio.
No, I
month. It's gonna
didn't,
be
but I don't
insane.
want
You really don't wanna
Scorpio.
miss out on
Sorry.
it. Shattered Stars is such a
I
big
don't
deal.
have any
It's
interest in
a great
Scorpio. All right, next up. This actually might be the last week of reveals because I think we're running out of cards in the set. Putting out a whole lot of cards here. So maybe next, I think maybe the next like video of this might be the last one, or maybe I have all the cards. I don't know. We'll see.
You guys can Stellar Arcolith, Full Art Stellar Phosphorescel, Stained Glass Arts. Goodness, it is absolutely nuts. Don't you miss out. Let's talk about some brand new reveals.
That
though.
Mount
We've
Olympus
got
looks
some
crazy.
Really awesome stuff coming, including 3 brand new Solar Elestrals that I actually think are really, really strong. I hate to do this to you, but before I talk about that, I do want to let you guys know that we have weekly webcam casual. You don't want to miss the next event.
Oh, and I hate to do this.
All right, first reveal today is a brand new
Skip.
Elestral, and it is a Nexus form of Cockatoodle, and that is Cockray. Cockray is a 4-attacker with 1
You can't be
defense,
calling
and
it that,
it's a really
dog.
cool This Cockray cannot
Cockray.
be suppressed, which means that you can't suppress it. You can't shut it off its effect. Dense fog.
Yeah, you can't suppress it. I think cannot be suppressed does mean you can't suppress it.
First Light, you can special send this Cockray to Drakeray from your hand or deck. What this effect means
Okay.
is when you play First
And something I
Light,
learned
before you
recently
use
is that you can
First Light,
misenchant
use the effect of Cockray, send it into Drakeray, and then
runes
you can do your
as
First
well
Light
as
stack to top of your
Elestrals.
deck. This is
So-
really important because it means that you don't invalidate the stacking that First Light
Oh,
gives
but
you,
it's
unless it
activate,
hits the field
right?
with
So
something
it doesn't
really
count
strong. And
as
Drakeray is no joke.
activating
Drakeray hits the field as
the
a
effect.
1 solar, 1
You have to
fire
cast
Elestral.
is what
Surprise,
it does when you misenchant it, but activating it requires activating the
When
effect.
you cast this Drakeray, you can return up to 3 solar
Damn.
spirits from your underworld to your spirit deck. So you get immediate value just by casting this thing out. You immediately heal 3 spirits. And don't forget, if you did the first
It's not
light,
bad.
you stacked your deck as well. During your draw phase,
I assume
you
it's-
expend a fire spirit in order to
I assume the chain on this goes you activate First Light, then Ray activates, and then you summon the Draco Ray, and then you stack the card on top.
send this Draco
Otherwise,
Ray
it makes
to
no
the gauntlet
sense.
From your deck. So you don't want it in your hand. If it's in your deck, though, you can
Dragolus.
take this thing and send right
Are we
away
gonna
with
see
Solar.
Dragolus today, or are we gonna wait on that?
And again, the payoff of getting the heal right away is so valuable with this card. And if you
Burn
Dragolus,
through
you're
the
gonna do
witches
some
and
serious
burn
damage to
through
your
the
opponents.
ditches and
Without
burn
assist,
in the
they
back
massive
of my
damage.
Dragolus.
Defense, it is a 2-cost solar and 1-cost crossfire with a very powerful effect. You can expend a fire spirit in order to suppress each face-up card on an opponent's field until the end phase. That means their stadium is suppressed, their elestrals are suppressed, their effects are shut off, their divines are everything is suppressed.
That's pretty strong.
The entire field on your opponent's side. You can enchant a solar spirit from your spirit deck and or underworld. So again, more healing of solar spirits to this Dragalis up to the number of cards suppressed this way. So
this one's really interesting. The only thing is it's not, you can't search with Exaltus, which makes it a little suspect in a solar deck. But it seems pretty easy to ascend. What was the, what was it on Draco Ray? During your draw phase, you can expend fire in order to special. So you have to protect Draco Ray.
Spitting a massive heavy hitter with a little bit of fire intertwined. I think Dragalis is going to be a really strong card, and I can't wait to see what you.
And if you're playing fire, you could play Lavalith too.
All the new Foretell cards, all the brand new solar cards, a lot of really exciting stuff here. Even though it's Moonrise, solar is still getting plenty of love. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this brand new Elestral line, Dragalis, Kakaray, and Draco Ray. And of course, stay tuned for tomorrow's reveal. Kickstarter backers do get it a day early, so make sure you guys back us.
They do. But it might not matter anymore. I think we've got most of the cards.
Moonrise reveals yet, including one of my absolute favorite cards. This is about to get crazy. Let's dive into it.
All right, let's see what's going on. Let's skip through.
As possible, reverse station rares without astral attack and one nexus form of
Babloon. Bandaloon. Look at this guy. He's cute. He looks like he's from fucking. Oh. I started that and I don't know the name of the damn thing right now. The raccoon thief game.
Which could be absolutely devastating to your opponent if you snag like a shield of
expending 2 lunar to take control of a face down rune is really interesting. And it's just, it doesn't like swap back at all, so you don't have to like use it immediately. It's just you just get to steal it. That's really interesting. I wonder if that's going to be good at all.
Somewhere very, very dastardly. This has 3 attack and 3 defense, and it says when this carry-on is destroyed in battle, you can target the Elestral that destroyed it and take control of it until the end phase. Now this is really cool because you're obviously, this is the base set carry-on obviously, but you're gonna be able to
makes a good good protection effect.
You can just use them to use as a shield. You can use this offensively to take something and then.
Oh, that's true. You can use it offensively.
Use your counter runes.
That's cool.
That have the same elemental spirit or your omni counter runes to actually siphon the spirit off of the Elestral that you took to essentially destroy it. So there's a lot
you can do that.
You can do with Carry-On, but what's really, really cool about Carry-On is its brand new Ascension Carry-Off. Now this is legitimately one of my absolute favorite cards we've ever made.
This is the dense fog guy.
And 3 defense, and it is a lunar
dense Rob, as Dimax has been calling him.
It's got a devastating effect. When your Carry-On is destroyed in battle, you can special cast this Carry-Off from your hand. What that means is your opponent,
I don't like that.
If they attack your Carry-On and destroy it on their turn, you get to just put out Carry-Off. If you take your Carry-On,
that doesn't seem very good.
Them, you can take their Elestral and then special cast out Carry-Off. You can do some really crazy stuff with this card to get him to the field. And what makes him even crazier is his next effect. You can expend 2 lunar in order to target an opponent's Elestral and take control of it until the end phase. You can take any of your opponent's Elestrals.
That part seems alright, but I don't know.
At this point, or counter runes, whatever it may be, you could siphon those spirits off. You could ascend from your opponent's Elestrals. You could just use them in an all-out onslaught, and because of its incredible casting condition with Carry-On, there's a lot of potential.
I don't think it's that incredible, actually. I think it's actually quite bad because you just have to. It's a 2-card combo. You have to draw both.
There's some cool decks you can build with Nobby's line up to Fulgorix. I think this card is going to be very, very impactful in Moonrise. Now, obviously, I got to show some love to Carry-Off, which is why it has an incredible full art rare in Moonrise. You guys do not want to miss it. Carry-Off hits the field with absolutely mind-blowing art by the
Oh my god.
One you do not want to miss out on. This Luminate is absolutely shredded, and I gotta say, this is one of the coolest full arts we've ever done.
Are you allowed to show this Luminate being obliterated like that? That's insane. That's horror movie shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? Are you allowed to do that?
This is one that you best believe I'm going after 3 copies of Carry-Off. I feel like there's going to be some competition for this one because I think this Stellar is so good. I hope you guys are excited, man. This is one of my favorite Elestrals in Moonrise, so get ready because Carry-Off's coming. Don't you forget to back our Elestrals Kickstarter. You do not want to miss out on Elestrals Clash. And definitely take a look at some of those tiers. You can upgrade your pledge while the campaign is still going.
Yeah. All right. We already looked at Snowlet, but we do have another card to talk about here, so let's do this. We don't have much time left, by the way. It's like 12 hours left, I think. But yeah, Snowlet. We looked at Snowlet last time. It seems okay. We talked about why it's only okay last time, but yeah, it's okay. Morlith is a much better card than Snowlet.
So this has been a theme in Frost already, and Snowlet is going to enhance on that theme and take it to another level.
Okay, it's Snowlet, not Snowlet.
Mill 3 cards to the top of your deck. And what really makes it strong is its Ascension line. The ability to turn
okay, that's what I'm curious about.
An incredible pace of play for Frost decks that hasn't been seen before. It's about to get real with Asprowl. Asprowl is a 7 attacker with 4 defense.
Asprowl.
When this Asprowl is sent from your deck to the underworld, you can special ascend.
I wish it was just special cast, but I get why it's ascend.
Or if Snowlet is just on your field enchanted, you can special ascend this Asprowl to your Snowlet if your Asprowl gets sent to the underworld. That is absolutely nuts when you consider the fact that Snowlet is going to mill 3 cards every time it's cast or receives a spirit. You're going to be able to tie it with cards like Avalanche, which can mill 5 from the top of your deck to search for Asprowl to be able to get that Ascension off. You've got a lot of cool tools here.
I don't think anyone's going to play Avalanche. I don't know.
More frequently than you might think. And it's got an effect.
I don't know. I think there's a possibility of making a cool mill deck out of this, but I don't know. Maybe we just do like, yeah, it mills 4 more. Maybe we just do like a full, okay, Blistrix.
When this Blistrix is sent from your deck to the underworld, you can special ascend your Asprowl to it.
Another one, okay.
Snowlet turbos into Asprowl if you find the Asprowl on the mill, and then Asprowl turbos into Blistrix if you find the Blistrix on the mill. And then it has another effect.
But what if you mill them out of order? That's the problem I'm having. What if you mill them out of order?
3 elestrals from your underworld to the bottom of your deck in order to destroy a card. So every single turn, you can destroy something. And chances are you're going to have plenty of elestrals in your underworld because you'll have sent so many cards to the underworld in order to execute the strategy.
Yeah. I don't know about this. This does not seem particularly good.
This card is very, very powerful, and the ability
I could maybe see Asprowl. I don't see Blistrix. I'm sorry. I don't think so. Maybe a one of in. I'm thinking of like a potential mill deck where you're just running a whole bunch of Frost stuff, trying to mill the entire deck. So you mill out Pharaohgeist, let's say, maybe Pen Terror, and then you use Rise from the Ashes to enchant them from the grave. I guess you could throw Blistrix in there because you could also just use Rise from the Ashes to get Blistrix out, and it also has a pretty hefty attack stat. It's like 13, no 12. That's still pretty good, and its effect is not bad. All it requires is playing 1 Wind Spirit. That's the thing, is like I think this like Reborn deck is probably only going to be playing like 1 copy of each like spirit necessary for its big guys. Well, I guess if you're doing Pen Terror, you're going to be playing Wind anyways, right? So having the Wind is not a bad idea. Although you could just misenchant Pen Terror, because Pen Terror's effect does not matter particularly much. What matters about Pen Terror is that it has a 15 attack stat, right? That's what matters about that as far as like a monster you would want to reborn from the grave. Maybe this would work as something like that. I don't know.
I think Frostcasters are really going to enjoy the Blistrix line. And last but certainly not least, a brand new Stellar Rare for you to chase after, and that is Stellar Snowlet. Stellar Snowlet will only have 99 copies ever made,
sure,
and it's just so beautiful. I love this one.
It looks fine.
With a simple color swap on it, going with the gray and the white, that kind of gray stone look. I think it looks very nice on Snowlet, especially in the Tundra territory.
Anything else?
I think this is going to be an incredible...
All right. Last one.
We're counting down 32 days until Moonrise pre-orders.
32 days. Has it been 32 days? I genuinely don't know.
Your friends campaign time. So, and we're going to be introduced as we continue to work up our stretch goals. 550,000 gets everyone a Stellar Eddie Bussum. And we can dash too. Alpha access is planned for December 1st.
December 1st, okay. Wait, hold up. What was that about beta?
With our full launch launch aim
December
for March.
2024.
So this
Okay,
is your chance
that's
to
the
get
thing.
involved at the ground
I was
floor.
considering doing the $250 just to get the alpha access mainly, because I don't need 3 boxes of Daybreak. I know obviously you're getting them for much less than they're actually worth, but I've got a lot of Daybreak cards. I don't need any more Daybreak cards. If it was literally any other set, I would probably have gone for it. But partly because of the alpha access, and I was like, okay, well, alpha access would be cool. I could do like videos on that, and I was like, wait, when does the beta access activate? Oh, like almost like less than a month, after alpha access. Okay, well, I think I'll just stick with beta. I don't need alpha. I don't think. Kind of crazy.
The champion gonna miss out on that update because once the campaign closes, you're less than a month away from playing alpha is absolutely nuts. I can't wait.
That
to
is
jump in
crazy.
With you guys. I hope you guys enjoy those Clovey card coming to Moonrise.
Clovey.
First debuted in base set, and this one will have 1 attack with 4 defense. When this Clovey receives 1
This alt art is insane.
This card combos very well with the new Nexus counter rune Bloom. But Clovey will be receiving a new ascension here in Moonrise.
It's so sad. It's so sad. Why is he making so many sad and or dead elestrals? Come on. Okay, Cedar Soar.
It is a 2-cost Earth and Frost Elestral with a
Okay, yeah.
effect. When this Cedar Soar is sent from your deck to the Underworld, you can special cast it with 2 Earth or 2 Frost, which means that if you mill it from the top of your
With
deck,
a Snowlet, like, you know.
field, but you actually have to do so misenchanted. You have to misenchant it with either 2 Earth or 2 Frost.
Which means if you draw the Blistrix, you can ascend into the,
You can expend an Earth Spirit in order to
sure,
search your
I
deck
guess.
for a 3-cost Earth or Frost Elestral and add it to your hand. That means that Cedar Sword gets the ability to search out any 3-cost Frost or Earth
And you could like actually search it out and ascend on top of it. Yeah. There's a lot of cool things you could do with this. I just don't know. There's no like foolish burial in the game. It's you just have to randomly mill it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It actually could work in this theoretical mill deck that I'm working on, if you're willing to misenchant. Like if we forget out Pharaohgeist, which I don't want to forget about Pharaohgeist, but if we just like leave out Pharaohgeist, we're just doing we're doing wind and ice, we're doing Blistrix, and we're doing Pen Terror. If you were willing to misenchant Pen Terror, which I very much am, that card could really help you get out a Pen Terror in the hand or a Blistrix in the hand. And I think that's probably not bad. And then you still have the ability, because we're still running wind for some of the wind cards we have in here. And so you still have the ability to fully enchant a Pen Terror off of a Rise from the Ashes. All right, Cactibrawl.
And 2 defense with an incredibly powerful effect. When an opponent activates a counter rune, you can disenchant an Earth Spirit from this Cactibrawl in order to negate that rune.
That's nice. There's a lot of good counter runes right now, and that's pretty strong.
Sandstorm, you can special ascend this Cactibrawl to Cactibrum from your hand or deck.
Sandstorm.
Much like Findust, you can cast out your Sandstorm. Swirl thing.
What the hell does Sandstorm do? I have not read this card in a while. For each Celestial is not Earth enchanted, return it to its owner's hand if it is in defense position, otherwise change its defense position. Until the end phase, these Elestrals cannot change position. Okay. That's not very good. That's like bad Tsunami.
Just like that, but Cactibrawl provides some really cool support to Earth decks as a way to stop counter runes in their tracks.
That part's good. I don't know about the special ascent. I don't want to play Sandstorm.
Cactibrum hits the field with 4 attack and 6 defense. It is a 2-cost Earth Elestral that says this Cactibrum cannot be targeted by Invoke.
That's
runes.
pretty good too.
If Cactibrum receives 1 or more Earth Spirit, you can special cast a Cactibrawl from your Underworld. So you have the protection of Invoke runes on this thing, and then you can add the...
Oh man, and then as soon as it comes to the field, it gets the Cactibrawl back out of the grave for another negate. Or for a negate, I guess, because obviously you wouldn't have used the other negate to... I still don't want to play Sandstorm, though. I still don't want to play Sandstorm.
With Cactibrum bringing out more Cactibrals to protect...
But these seem quite strong otherwise. Maybe we just normal ascend Cactibrum?
I think it's a really fun design. I was really excited about it, and I think that this card has some really interesting implications. Hopefully you guys find some fun using Cactobro and Cactobro. This is your final chance to back Elestrals Clash.
Yep, not much time left.
Do not miss out. Check the link in the description below. Make sure you guys
I'll let this play out because it is, you know, towards the end of the time for...
But don't you miss out, as we've got alpha and beta access this year, and we're going to be launching our
accessing all this.
Thank you guys so much for
and you beta access, just $25 gets you beta access. So like that's pretty good. I think does $10 get you that too? I don't remember what the $10 level is. 25 gets you the Kickstarter pack, which is what I wanted. I was thinking about like the 250 gets you 3 packs of it, and that's like play set. And like, oh, that'd be nice, but I don't need it. I'm fine with just 1 copy of each. I like to play the different versions if I have them. At least of the special ones. But yeah, so those are the cards that are coming out. There might be one more. I don't know what's left as far as this set goes. We'll see. I'll put out one more video if that's the case. These Moonrise looks significantly more impactful than Daybreak was. Daybreak had some good cards in it, but I think the main thing about Daybreak is that it improved a lot of the quality control and stuff like that, and some of the card design. But it didn't really add many like powerful staples other than exactly like Eddie. I guess Rockin' a Hard Place is like not bad, but only in its own deck really. So the only place is really seeing any play. This seems this set seems to be quite a bit more of a shakeup, and I'm really looking forward to a lot of the lunar stuff. I think the Djinns are actually quite interesting. The cactus stuff is interesting. Frost Mill is looking potentially interesting. I could see like a Penterror Frost Mill kind of deal. It would be cool. I don't know. Everything there's like it seems like a lot of possibilities on the horizon. I'm quite looking forward to it. So yeah, let me know what you think of these down below. And I'll see you in the next one. By the way, if you are one of the people who like my Let's Plays or my stream VODs, those are all on another channel now. They're all on my other channel, Tomb of Thempire Ian. It's my second channel. I separated it all out for your benefit, to make it a little easier for the Let's Plays to be seen by people and that aren't just like Yu-Gi-Oh players that don't want to see Let's Plays, and to make it a little easier for the people who are into the Yu-Gi-Oh videos to not see the Let's Plays if they don't want to see them. Yeah, for the people who like the Let's Plays but don't really care about Yu-Gi-Oh, makes it a little easier for them to not see the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, right? So if you're at all interested in my Let's Plays or my stream VODs, check out the second channel. And also, I'm only streaming to Twitch now. I don't stream to YouTube. So if you're a YouTube head, follow me on Twitch. I promise it'll be fine. We're gonna be doing stuff over there now, because YouTube streaming really sucks. It's really bad. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. We've got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more information. My videos are funded by my patrons and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in these credits here. For just $1 a month, you too can find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity. In particular, I'd like to thank Haru Hayes, Flea Kill, Frog Prince Michael, Jeremy Coatney, and Darkwing Rain. A big thanks to all my other patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye!